Hi everyone, it's so good to see you again. Anne Frank said, "He who has courage and faith will never perish in misery." Now I know some people are going to say, well, that's kind of a contradiction, isn't it? She went to the concentration camps and she died there. That's true, she did. But she didn't lose her hope. She didn't lose her trust and confidence in God. She didn't allow the circumstances to dictate to her life. You said, well, you don't know what it was like for her in the concentration camp. No, I don't. But the people who are the strongest are the ones who say before they go into these places, I'm not going to be moved. I'm not going to change. I'm going to keep my eyes on God. I may be going through hell right now, and I am literally going through hell. The torture, the pain, the pressure, the constant agony, and the things that they endured in the concentration camps, the things that people go through on a daily basis, let alone in times like this when it was at war. And all these people, over 6 million Jews were killed. That's not including how many Christians that were killed. People that were killed because they stood up and they said no. But they did not change their thoughts. You know, when Nero was emperor of Rome, he did terrible things to those that were called Christian. He did horrible, horrible, despicable acts. He would light people on fire so they could be live torches around his palace. He would send them into the arena to be torn apart by lions. And do you know what these people said? They said, we're going to get to see our God. God is with us. We're not afraid what man can do to us. We're not going to let this be his victory. We're going to let God receive glory, because we are not dying without our faith and our trust in God, because he is good. See, if God is so good, why do these people go through these things? Well, they go through them because the thief comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And he's always looking. He roams about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. He's looking to devour people. And there are times where there are such desperate situations. But we need to take courage. We need to have faith. We need to trust in God. For nothing is impossible for him. And there are some people who are resigned to the fact that no matter what, I'm going to live for God. And if I die, I die. I'm not worried about it because I know where I'm going. And there's things that people face every day. They face cancer, they face AIDS, they face destitution, they face abuse, physical, mental abuse. They face so many things. But if you put your trust and resolve in God and you look at the Lord and say, God, I'm taking courage in your word today, that no matter what I face, you're still with me. You still love me. And one way or the other, I'm having the victory. Whether it's here on this earth or it's there, I'm having the victory. The enemy isn't going to get it. The enemy isn't going to win. And we have to, a lot of times, take that strength, that resolve, and say, this is how it's going to be with me. I'm not going to go the way that everybody else has gone. They're going to see me stand. They're going to see and know that I still have hope. I still am looking, regardless of the circumstance, regardless of the pain, regardless. I am putting my trust in God. And that takes a lot of courage, because people are going to laugh at you. People are going to say, God isn't, have you seen your situation? God isn't going to rescue you. Are you kidding me? But that's not what he says. He says, I will be with you in trouble. He looks for us to look to him. He looks for our hearts and our minds to be fastened to him. And I want to encourage you today. don't let your circumstances, don't let situations tell you to give up. Because there's times where the world has told you to give up, friends, your family have told you to give up, and so far you haven't given up. But then you start to become discouraged, and you start to get tired, and you're tired of fighting, and you're tired. I want to encourage you, don't let go. If you let go of anything, let go of the negativity. Let go of the pain. Say, well, Sarah, if I'm in pain, how do I let go of that? Just say, I'm going to keep my eyes on you, Lord. I'm going to praise and worship you through the pain. I know that my God is greater still. And he's going to deliver me, either here on earth or in heaven, where there is no pain, there is no suffering, there is no loss. There's only joy. There's only happiness. There's only complete and total wholeness. I want you to listen to Anne Frank's words once again. He who has courage and faith will never perish in misery. In misery. That's what she's talking about. It's not that you're not going to perish. We're all going to perish at some time or another. But it won't be in misery. Because our focus is on him. I really appreciate you joining us today. It is always a pleasure to come and to encourage you and to wish you well. And I know that if we stick with what God has for us, not only will he deliver us, but he will honor us. He will show us his great and good salvation. Go forth in God and prosper until we meet again.